Next thing we have here is what's known as the at filter. So the at filter is going to be used to filter out and grab certain attributes, either from a playback or the programmer or wherever we're trying to pull from. So say we had a cue that was running. Let's just turn on our green and yellow executor over here. And say that, well, it wants me to do it on executor button 101. So let's just do that. Turn this off, turn on executor button 101 to Q1. All right, so in the first level of the at filter is the default, which is everything is activated in the filter, so every attribute. So say I wanted to pull out the information I have for fixture 504 in this queue, because I want to store it somewhere else. To do that, I would just clear it out, make sure your programmer is clear first. Select a fixture, so if I want fixture 504. We'll just click the at key, which enables the default at filter. And now I need to tell it where I'm trying to pull it from. So we're trying to pull it from executor 101. So we'll come over here and find the executor button, which is right here. So I've got at executor in my command line. It's executor number 101. And then this executor has 2 queues in it. So I need to tell it where I'm pulling the information from. So all of the information that we had that we want is here in Q1, which is the queue we're in. So then I type in Q1. So I selected my fixture, I hit at, execute, which executor I'm pulling from and which queue I'm pulling from. Okay, and then when I hit please, if I look here in the programmer, it has actually pulled all those values for color and position and dimmer from that queue and put it into the programmer. So now I can store that somewhere else. So that's the default. It pulled all the values that were in that queue for that fixture. Now, say I just wanted to pull out specific things. In this case, I need to use the selective at filter, not just the default one. So let's hit clear 3 times. And I'm going to do something different from what the PDF is saying. I just want to pull out, say, the color and position information for one of these lights. So let's just select 504 again. We'll work with that one again. So I make my selection. Now I only want to pull out, like I said, color and position. I don't want to pull the dimmer information or any other information that might be in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the selective at filter. And to do that, instead of just clicking at, I'm going to hold down the at button until the at filter pops up. Okay, so I've got my at filter up and you see that everything in here is toggled on and there's a scroll wheel, there's a lot of stuff in here. So it's filtering for all of these values by default, okay? I just want, like I said, color and position. Now, I don't want to have to go through here and click all of these because there's a bunch to get rid of what I don't want. So I can come up here to this none button, which will just release everything real quick. I wanted position, so I'll click the position tab. Now, if I click the position button over here on the left, it grabs everything that's in there. If say I just wanted tilt, I could just select just tilt, but we want all of it. So we'll just click on position. And I also want to grab all my color information. So I'm going to grab the color section. So now I'm filtering just for position and just for color in whatever queue I'm going to be talking about. So I'm going to leave this window open for now. And then I'm going to go through that same process that I did before. We're pulling it from Q1 in Executor 101. So we hit the executor button, 101. And you'll notice the at button is flashing, meaning that the at filter is currently active. And then we're going to click on Q1 because that's where I want to pull it from. Now when we hit please, you'll see here it didn't pull the dimmer information, it just pulled position and color. So that's pretty handy when you have stuff like you have a certain look in a certain cue that you might want to be pulling over to another sequence, or storing as a preset, or storing separately somewhere. You can quickly pull it out of those cues without having to go back and look at it and manually put it all into other programmers. You can use the app filter to do that and just filter out whatever you want. So that's what that's for.